Hey folks, I hope you're well today. It's a stormy, rainy morning here in Knoxville, so it's a perfect opportunity to sit down and give you a lesson. We're going over a GCD chord progression here today, teaching you some bluegrass lead. There's going to be two parts to this video. The first part is just the tab, going through it nice and slow in case you want to play along. Then I encourage you to stick around for the second part. I'm going to go into a bit of theory to help you understand how these phrases work. But I promise it won't be difficult to understand. And as always, if you find this bluegrass content helpful, really helps me out to subscribe to the channel or hype up the video. And if you want to check out my full bluegrass program, go to this address right here. More information on that at the end of the video, but let's get into the lesson. Okay, we're starting and ending on a G chord here. And don't forget, we're going down, up on our picking pattern. That's going to give us the best efficiency to pull off some of these notes and runs and everything as you're learning as cleanly as possible, okay? So we're starting here on the root G note, 3rd fret of your E string. First passage sounds like this and looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, one more time, a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, starting and ending on that root G. And then that brings us into our C phrase. And again, we're starting here on the same root note as the chord tone that we're playing over, in this case a C chord. Starting right there on our 3rd fret A string. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, do that one more time, a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Making sure that rings out nice and long, that last note there. All right, good stuff. Over the D chord now, we're starting again on an open D note. All right, and we're going into that open G string, all right? Real slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, another time slower here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can end there on that G strum to fill up that space. You can even add a G run at the end. Always encourage that when we're practicing because you're going to do that so many times. And if you're sped up, say you're in a jam or performing a song live, man, sometimes that G run can feel difficult to hit. And so always be practicing those basic runs, the G run, the C run, and the D run. Put any questions you have down below. Let's go into the second part of the video, talk a little bit about the theory that I'm using here. All right, we've got this GCD chord progression, which of course is a 1-4-5 chord progression. So let's first talk about if we're playing out of G, okay? Now, if we're playing a melody to a song, we're gonna be following the melody, which is along that G major scale. And in the key of G, we have 3 special notes that we play in context to licks. There are special blue notes that really give us that bluegrass sound. These notes are on your screen right here. Now, if we want to create bluegrass sounds over this entire progression and only use those 3 blue notes in context to licks and adding some of that bluegrass feel to our breaks, we can get away with just playing those 3 notes. Likewise, let's change this to the key of C. Now, in the key of C, there's also 3 special blue notes that we can use to get that bluegrass sound. And if we stick to those over this chord progression, we're gonna still get that sound we're looking for. And if we change it to the key of D, remember we're still in a 1-4-5 chord progression, those 3 notes will give us what we need to sound authentically bluegrass. But I did not take that approach in this exercise. Here's another way you can think about it. And you'll hear this a lot, it's called playing with the chord changes. So in this case, over the G chord, I'm playing every single blue note in the key of G, if you will, before switching to that C chord. And then over that C chord, instead of just sticking to the 3 special notes in the G position, or the key of G, I'm actually playing the 3 special notes over that chord tone C. Alright, so in no particular order on this lick, I've got the flattened 5th right there, 2nd fret of my E string. Okay, I've got the flattened 7th there on the 1st fret of my A string. And then I've got the flattened 3rd over that C chord on the 1st fret of my D string. Just like that. And even that little bit there sounds like bluegrass music. And the idea behind approaching it this way is that you're playing more different blue notes, because some of these notes do overlap over a G note, over a C note. For example, the B flat note over a G chord is our flattened 3rd, whereas over the C chord, it's our flattened 7th, all right? So you can mix and match these. It all kind of ties together, I promise, when you start picking through this. But moving on over the D chord, the same 3 notes are flattened 3rd, 5th, and 7th, all integrated there. So we go. Okay, we're actually throwing in a B flat note there as well into that G chord or G note that we end on. All right, so we say. All right. So in that case, there's all 3 blue notes that we play in the D shape or in the key of D just over that chord tone. And again, when we put all these together, we get more bluegrass sound. We can totally play this entire passage just using the 3 blue notes over that root G note, or in the key of G rather. Or we can just take it measure by measure. It requires a little bit more thinking, a little bit more putting this theory to work when you're playing, but it does sound really cool, and you will get more of an authentic bluegrass sound if you break up the chord changes like this. All right, if I'm being honest, I think this is kind of information overload. I know from looking at my data from the past several years on YouTube that a lot of folks will click off the video when I start talking about theory. If that's you, and if you learn better talking with fret numbers in a way that really peels apart all of this information, check out my beginner-friendly bluegrass guitar course down below, Flatpick Foundations. Hundreds and hundreds of folks around the world now have signed up, and I'm teaching you how to play this style really from the foundational basic chords, building up your finger strength, talking technique, but not overloading you with information. That's what the program is all about. Over 115 lessons now, and here are testimonials from folks inside the program, so you don't have to listen to me give this spiel over and over and over again. Lifetime access, which is by far the most popular option, is going to cost you less than what you'd pay for a month of lessons at your local music store. Let's get into the announcements now, but check out all of that information if you're interested is available right here at www.codymmusic.com. All right, on to other business. Myself and my 3-piece bluegrass band, if you haven't seen us live, come out to a show. It's a whole lot of fun. We do a 2-hour show from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock every 4th Sunday here in the Knoxville area at a brewery called Alliance Brewery. We have a whole lot of fun there. I'm going to be honest, some of our shows are later in the evening. We do one that starts at 10. And if you come to one of those, there's a good chance I'm going to be snoozing by the end of it. And I don't know. I always like to promote the earlier shows because more folks are able to come out and attend. So check us out 4th Sunday of every month at Alliance Brewery. Also, there are some affiliate links down below. If you guys want to support the channel, there are portals to different music stores like Guitar Center, Papa Odell's, The Acoustic Shop, Musician's Friend. And if you like what I do here on the internet, even if you're not buying any product that appears in the video, if you just go and click those links down below, I'm going to get a small commission if you purchase something from one of those stores, and it really helps out the channel. And if you're out there, maybe you're throwing a party or you know of a business nearby that might want to host myself as a solo performer or the 3-piece Bread Losers that play bluegrass music, then reach out here at this email address. We're always looking to fill up our calendars. It is admittedly getting a little bit harder here in town to book some shows. We're seeing a lot of folks come into Knoxville from Nashville. This is definitely happening. More musicians are coming from out of town, And yeah, it's getting a little bit harder to book at some of the places we've been playing at. And so if you are looking for like a backyard party or like throwing some private entertainment, reach out. Those are fun shows, and it's right, intimate, and it's a lot of fun. So give us a shout out, email me here, and folks, put any questions down below. Also, tell me where you're watching from. I like to get to know folks. I've met a lot of good folks, some in person, others through email, through what we do here on this channel, which is helping folks learn how to play bluegrass music and geeking out on all the gear and things like that. So folks, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hype up this video. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great Sunday and a happy 4th of July week coming up. Goodbye, take care.